All right, we're almost done with this catapult. There are really two more things we have to deal with. The first is an axle that goes through this hole, through the launcher, and what the arm rotates on. So let's start with that. And you're probably thinking the easiest way to make an axle would be to use a cylinder. And I could bring in a cylinder and I could size it up to the exact same size as those outer holes, which is 9 by 9. Because if you remember, we want the axle to be secure on the outside, but the arm freely rotate on it. However, what I have found is if you just bolt this as a pure cylinder, it's actually in reality really hard to fit through. Because as we talked about before, 3D printer is not completely accurate. So when it's 9 millimeters, it might be slightly more than 9 millimeters one side and slightly smaller on the other side. So how do we deal with this, right? We can still use a cylinder and make the whole thing slightly smaller, adjust for those tolerances. We could do that. Still is a pain to get the thing through. So I'm going to teach you another approach, and that's creating a tapered axle. This bottom part would be 9 millimeters, and this top part would be slightly smaller. A tapered axle is really just a cone. A cone is an extreme example of this, where you have the bottom at 20 and the top at 0. And if I drag on this cone, you'll see there's a top radius and a base radius that I can set, and the height. So my base diameter, I want to be 9 millimeters. And radius is half that. So half of 9 is 4.5. And the top, I want a little less. And I'm going to make it 4.1. And now you can probably see as I zoom in, it's tapered. It's slightly smaller on the top than on the bottom. This allows it to fit through, but also stick really well on one side so it doesn't rotate. So you get the best of both worlds. All right, let's put it in so you can see. I'm going to move my arm out of the way and put this in. First thing I need to do is rotate it. And now I'm going to move it over roughly into position. And as I do that, I notice, oops, I didn't deal with the height. So height needs to be 30. In this case, height is the length because I flipped it, remember. So that's length. Perfect. And what are sides? Well, if you zoom in, you see how there's all these squares. This is not a perfect circle. And in 3D design, there really isn't such thing as a perfect circle. It's just how many sides does it make up? So I want this to be as smooth as possible because it's going to rotate. So I'm going to up the sides to 64. That's the smoothest I can make it in Tinkercad. Now let's see how it looks. Well, first things first, I'm going to move it roughly into position to this second hole. That's where I'm going to position it. I'm going to select both objects and I'm going to click the Align tool, zoom out so I can see the dot I want, and align it centered perfectly. I'm going to orbit around here to look to see if these circles are lined up. They are not perfectly. So I'm going to click on it, and then I'm going to use the left arrow to move it over, and the up and down to move it down. You'll notice it's jumping over, so it's not perfect. That's because my snap grid is a 1 millimeter. I'm going to change that to 0.1 millimeter, and then I can adjust it with the left and right arrow. So it's exactly centered. And then up and down, I'm going to move it so it's perfectly aligned as much as possible that I can do. That looks pretty good. Okay. And you'll notice there's no space this side. Now, if this was tapered correctly, let me orbit around here so you can actually see this. Drop the arm so it's out of the way. Zoom into the other side. You'll see there's a space because it's smaller. Now you can play with that amount, but that will allow it to fit through that first hole really well and into the second hole and make it snug. So the tapered design is one way of doing it. Does it angle it slightly? Maybe, but it works pretty well. All right, let's move this arm back though and see how the whole thing looks. And that's the advantage of CAD. You can line things up and see how things look before you actually print it and catch mistakes. Remember, I want to see if this hole lines up, if it's the right size. So I'm going to click on the frame Click whole so I can see what's going on here. And there's a space there that it will allow to rotate around. I'm going to click on front to like line it up exactly. So I'm going to orbit around to see. Looks good. Don't forget to make the frame solid again. That looks good. All right, this is great. There's one problem though. As this goes to launch, and it's not rotating around the right point, that's okay. It can go all the way through. There's nothing to stop the arm and release the projectile. So I want something at the top to stop it, but also to provide a little more stability to these arms sticking out. So let's add that. And we're gonna drag in a box and let's make some rough dimensions. We know it's 30 across. And I'm gonna make it 5 this way and 4 this way. I'm gonna make a different color. Make it blue just so I can see it better. And let's rotate this 90 degrees. And let's get it roughly into position. And there are multiple ways to do this, but I'm going to do it roughly by eye at first. But you'll see that it's not always easy to do it by eye. But that's actually not bad. I'm going to use the align tool. I'm going to hold shift, select the frame, click align. I'm going to select the orange flame again so it doesn't move. And then there's dots. And the first dot I want to hit is this dot to center it that way. And then the next dot I'm going to do is align it with the tops there. You may be thinking, why aren't you hitting center that way? Well, because I added that finger holder, the center of the frame or the base is not actually the center of these two arms sticking up. So I'm going to do that roughly by eye. And I'm going to use the arrow key to shift it over. And I'm going to bring it down a little bit. And that will allow me to really eyeball it. If it's not exactly center, it's okay at this point. If I wanted exactly center, I'd have to ungroup the frame and then center it here and redo that part, which wouldn't be too bad and doable. If it's not centered perfectly, it's okay. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's hold shift and select both objects and group them. That looks great. Now, if I printed this in separate parts and assembled it, I'd have a working catapult. But if you want to see something a little extra that helps you control the angle that the launcher launches at, stay tuned to the next video.